Welcome to the Common Sense Podcast, where money makes sense.
Welcome. This is Mr. Francis. I'm here at the Common Sense Podcast, and our show today is about the lending side of the business. Last week, we talked to a realtor, and we talked about that end, but this time we're going to talk about the lending side, and we have a great host today. I'm going to bring her in right now, Miss Crystal Rivers. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me, Pat.
Awesome. Glad you're here. And we're going to also bring in the person that has the expert on these loans and how to go about searching for someone if you need a loan to purchase a home. And we're going to talk about the keys to home buying. So the person I'm bringing out is Mr. Lawrence Hooks. Welcome, Mr. Hooks.
What's up?
All right. And quick backstory, you're the vice president of Hancock Mortgage Company. Is that correct?
Yeah, one of the vice presidents, branch manager, vice president. Each one of us, a few of us have our own branches, so we will organize our own organization under Hancock.
Okay, so just give the audience a quick rundown on your background and how did you come from where you were to where you are now, and then once we finish with that, Ms. Rivers is going to jump in with the questions and get down to it. All right, Mr. Hooks, can you hear me?
All right. So just a little background. I started off actually as trying to pursue becoming a financial advisor. Just learning the ropes of that, and at 22, 23 years old, nobody trusts you. So at that point in time, I was still pursuing it, but as time went by, you go through little things that you go through at that point in time, and then after that, landed with Chase as a business banker. Purchased my first home throughout the process. Story behind that as well too, but purchased my first home, and once I realized how much, all in honesty, to be brutally honest, how much of minorities really don't get as much attention as they should. I was able to, asked enough questions to customers who I worked with within Chase. And after that, developed my own, a loan officer to become. Then after that, got my own branch to deliver a great experience.
Nice. So do I jump in, Pat?
Yes, ma'am, the floor is yours.
All right, I'm ready. So one of the things I want to talk about is the misconceptions of buying a home. And when I bought my first home, my home was a $30,000 one-bedroom condo. So talk to me, that was what I could afford at the time. Talk to me about the misconception of everyone thinking you have to buy a home that's $250,000 or more, that's a home that stunts for the gram, a home that's way above your limit. Talk to me about that.
No, that's a good one. Back to kind of like everyone has a starting point. The truth is you're only going to keep the home for 3 to 5 years. You need to think more long term than short term. It's so funny. I met with one of the realtors I talked to. A single man has his own issues of purchasing a home on his own, and a single woman has her own things that she has issues she's having. She wants to get, he has a particular budget in his mind, typically what he wants to stay within. And she wants to make sure the bathroom, the kitchen, but you bring it all together, it balances each other out. And I just had to throw that in there. It was funny that you had said that. But the misconception is, you have to start somewhere. Where you finish is down the road. I bought my first home at $122,000. That was 4 years ago. And I sold that when I made $30,000 when I sold it. I knew where to buy it at. So don't think I gotta have everything now. It's steps. It's steps to it. Then after that, you take that investment, $30,000. Buy the next one. As time goes by, you're gonna make more money. You're gonna stay on your grind, keep straight, and things will start happening. You'll get to where you want to be.
Absolutely. So there's a question here, but I want to, before I get to that long question, I want to ask, so it's funny that you say budget. When I bought my second home, the home that I'm in now, I knew a little bit more about real estate, right? And what it took to own a home. And so they told me, hey, this is how you make more now. This is how much you can afford. But I went in the driver's seat and said, I don't want to pay more than $1,000 a month.
Right.
Mortgage. And so, after going back and forth on, hey, well, this is what you can afford. They finally listened to what I said. And it's good because 3 weeks after I bought my home, I lost my job. Right. Had I went with what they told me, it's a lot easier to have to try to make up $1,000 a month versus $3,000 or $4,000 a month. Right.
Right.
And 2 weeks after that, my entire first floor flooded. And so there was money out of my pocket that I had to figure out. Talk a little bit more about how do you know what you really can afford and how to be in the driver's seat when it comes to buying a home.
All right. Yeah. First thing is buying. You can't be in your emotions buying in that fantasy where you got to get that out. Like it steps to it. But truly, working from a financial advisor standpoint, I worked with advisors at that point, and I have gained my Series 6 and 63. So you want to make sure not just moving to say I bought a house to say, oh, I can post this, but you really need to have at least 6 months of reserves, honestly, because like you just said, it flooded. And then after that, all you need is a flat tire, and now you can't make your payment anymore.
There you go.
And honestly, as I sell mortgages, home buying is not for everyone at that point in time. That's the truth. But at least have minimum of 3 months, 6 months of reserves is ideal for, back pocket. And that's when you should know that you're ready, not trying to escape, trying to, make something happen out of nothing. And that it's not a blessing. It's you trying to create something out of something and just trying to escape. But you truly need to have about 3 to 6 months of reserves on honesty. Because if something goes out, if you're renting, something goes out, it's not on you. If you own it, it's on you.
I learned the hard way. And there we go. So hidden costs and fees. So in addition to just wanting to buy the home, you get to all types of hidden costs or fees before you ever even sign your name on the paper, on the dotted line. So talk to us about hidden costs and fees when it comes to buying the home.
The biggest thing, it's funny that you say that. I'm right now reviewing. I like to review loan disclosures for people, even if I don't complete the loan for you. I'll look at the disclosures just to see if you're getting the best deal or not. There is a particular fee. It's called a origination fee. We can charge up to 1% of origination fee, meaning whatever that loan amount is. Let's say the loan amount, not the sales price, but the loan amount is $200,000. I can charge you 1%, which is $2,000 additional on top of everything else as well too. So those are one of the things that that can be charged that people may not know about that, but that's a hidden fee. I know I don't charge it because I don't believe in taking advantage of people, but some people do. If you're not looking, people do it.
Yeah. And then talk to us about loans. Like, what's the loan process and what types of loans? And then how long does it take to close?
Hold on real quick. Are you, is it going back? Is it going out on you back and forth or just on my end?
Just on your end, I think.
Okay. Let me move real quick.
I can hear you fine though.
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Okay. All right. So how long does it take to close? Is that the question, correct?
Let's talk about the loan, which loan to choose and what type of loan is best.
Got you. Well, everybody's situation is different. I really can't. Every situation is different. If a person is bringing more money to the table with a better credit score, conventional probably will be best. If you're trying to get rid of private mortgage insurance, conventional will be best. If you're looking just to get inside the home to reserve your money, probably FHA may be the best for you. at that point in time, depending on how long what your goals are, if you plan on being there for 3 years and 5 years, or this is your last home that you're, thinking about being in, then at that point, it would be, you also have VA loans, which is actually the best loan you can get, but that's only for veterans though. Off the top, you don't have mortgage insurance right off the top.
Wow.
If you're 100% disabled, disability, they pay you out, and you have no tax. You pay no taxes. Really? A lot of VA people do not know that. They know the taxes. Yeah, 0 taxes. What else? USDA loan is for loans for those, or I call out in the boonies out. So the development, they call them really the development loans. So it just depends on the situation. That's every person, every credit score, how much money someone has, debt to ratio, all those play a factor.
Okay, it's good information. And so once we've got through all of the loans and figured out our plan, how long does it take to close?
Oh man, that's a trick question almost, Leah. So like right now, some companies are struggling closing on time. Some are. But appraisals are backed up. A lot of people are buying homes. A lot of refinances is going on right now. I can't speak for everybody. I can speak for me and my team, my team and I. Our company wide is only taking us 18 days, and some people it's taking them 30 to 60 days to close. Just being honest. Yeah. So it's a little trick to the trade of appraisals. It's just simple economic supply and demand. Whoever's paying the most is going to get it the quickest. So my branch and I, we close pretty quickly. It just depends on who's managing and who's the leadership of that branch.
Hey, I had a question. So you kind of answered it, but I want to ask you just to clarify it. So if somebody wants or is looking for someone to go to in this process, why should they go to you in your company?
It's funny that you asked that. For when it comes to us in our company, like everybody may not, you should pick somebody that you trust. I would say that right off the top. Pick people that you trust, that you actually can listen to, people who are going to give you the time that you need. I may not be the person for you, all in honesty. I might be the person for you, but a person who's going to give you their time, the effort to help you understand how the loans work, that's who you should go with. I'm not to say that I'm the best person, Hancock's the best, but go with somebody who can actually fit your needs of what you're trying to do. Because somebody just take the phone and just throw you rates and then turn around and hit you with a lot of fees. Some people who, like myself, will break down the process. This is my fees here. These are it right here. This is pick a house. Let's do an evaluation. Let's explain the process to you so you can have the confidence you need to go shop for a home. I base everything off of confidence. Anything that we do should be based off of confidence. So if you're not confident in your realtor, if you're not confident in your loan officer, then, you may need to rearrange.
Right. That's a big deal is being comfortable and just dealing with you here with the podcast. For one, you was referred to me. A lot of people refer someone, and that's a big part of business. And that's an important part because that means the person you had dealt with, they had built trust and in you to trust you with something important process. Like home buying is one of the biggest things you're going to do in your lifetime.
Exactly.
So that's one thing is referrals. And then also just being able to build that rapport and take your time and being really professional. So all of those things, just by doing the podcast with you, just by, like I said, you was a referral to me as far as we're looking for someone that is a great person in the community that deals with helping people with loans, with home mortgages and everything. So, I want to commend you on that. And I definitely recommend you for anybody out there that's looking to start the home buying process. I want to make sure you give them all your information and contact information. And we're going to leave that when we post the show as well. So please, you can leave. Where's the best way for them to find you?
You can if you just Google Lawrence Hooks, I pretty much will pop up. Yeah, you just type in Lawrence Hooks Home Loan, something like that. You'll find me.
Okay.
It's not that hard. On Instagram, Facebook, whatever else, just look up Lawrence Hooks. It'll pop up.
So all we gotta do is Google you.
Right? You heard that?
Google.
I heard that too.
Just hit the Google. That's all you got to do. It's a strategy. Just hit the Google.
Awesome. Well, you have any final words, Miss Rivers?
This has been a pleasure. Thank you so much, Pat, for having me. And Mr. Hooks, I look forward to potentially doing business with you in the future.
Oh, likewise. Thank you, Pat, for allowing me to come on as well, too.
All right. Appreciate both of y'all. And this is the end of the show. So like I said, at the end, we're going to post this on YouTube. It's live streaming YouTube. It's also on Facebook, Twitch, and it will be on Instagram probably tomorrow. So be sure to look out for that information. And if you have questions, please send them to me and we'll make sure we get them to Mr. Hooks. All right.
I appreciate you guys.
All right. Thank you for being on the show.
All right.